Hey guys, welcome back to another trade forecast session. In this trade forecast session, we are going to be seeing where gold may head to this coming week. All right, so let's just get into it. Now, if you look at gold, let's start from the monthly time frame. Whenever we want to do a trade forecast session, it's always good if we start from the highest time frame. Okay, so we start from the monthly. We can see that for the past 4 months, price has been coming down. It has been moving bearish, and only now in this July, price has been showing signs of bullish intention. All right, but it's more to bearish, if you ask me. Okay, and we can see that if let's say we want to mark out our PD arrays, we have this swing low here, which is also an FVG. Okay, which means that price could potentially retrace down to this level. Okay, it could potentially, not, it's not something that has to happen, but it could happen. That is what the monthly is saying. Okay, it's showing strong bearish intentions. And when we scale down to just let me just okay, let's put this all intervals. All right, now if we go down to weekly, what do we see in weekly? We have a CB1 here, and when we apply the Fibonacci, we can see that this monthly fair value gap is exactly overlapping with the 161 level of the weekly CB1, which means that we can keep this as our target. Okay, we can keep this level as our target, as our draw on liquidity. Okay, that's what the weekly is saying. And in terms of weekly, if you look at weekly, you can see that price has been respecting this fair value gap. Okay, been respecting, been moving lower, and there is a tiny fair value gap over here, which price is respecting. Okay, there is a very tiny fair value gap here, which price is respecting, and it is continuing lower. Okay, and yes, we can look for sells until price reach this level. So we go to, when we scale down to daily, what do we see in daily? Well, in daily, this is where price is showing 50-50 movement, because we have a we have a sharp turn to the upside here. Okay, once price reached this swing low, price formed a sharp turn, a fair value gap coming into the swing low and coming out of the swing low. And not only sharp turn, we have a dominant break as well, which means that price could potentially move higher before it goes lower. And when we apply the Fibonacci, we can see that price could potentially move up to this level before it continues lower. Okay, this is what price could do. And at the same time, okay, we just mark this level as 161 H E1 E1 dB. Okay, this is the level which we have. And if we see here, we have a sharp turn as well. Okay, fair value gap coming into the swing high and coming out of it. Okay, for this level, let's just mark the fair value area. Let's mark the swap zone, because we can see price is respecting this swap zone more compared to this FVG. Okay, so price is continuing higher from this swap zone daily level, and price has formed a bullish engulf. It has formed a base to the upside, right? And when we scale down to H4, what do we see? Okay, so in H4 we see that there is a H4 order block here. Okay, this is the H4 order block which we have, which is perfectly overlapping with this swap zone. All right, so that makes this level very powerful. And it you just draw this line, price is respecting this level. Okay, it's respecting this level and it's continuing higher. Okay, and we have a sharp turn here, a sharp dominant break, because we have a in and out of, we have a FEG going into this into this H4 order block and coming out of the H4 order block. And not only that, price formed a dominant break in H4. That means that price is still showing bullish intention. In H4 time frame, there is signs that price wants to go up before it can continue lower. So we can keep this as our target for now. Our short draw on liquidity. Okay, short term draw on liquidity, because price could potentially sweep this high before continuing lower. Okay, it could sweep this high and touch this 161 daily DB before continuing lower. But for us to be safe, we can keep this as our target. Okay, and you can see price is respecting this H4 fair value gap and it's continuing higher. So based off of this H4 fair value gap, when we scale down to H1, what do we see? We see that price has formed a price is has formed a CB1 to the upside, and it's showing bullish order flow. Okay, if we scale down to M15, you can see that price has started shifting, that it has made a market structure shift, all right, from making higher highs and higher lows, from making lower lows and lower highs. It has started making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, we have a higher high here, higher low, higher high, higher low. So price has shown that it wants to go up. It wants to go up. Okay, so I personally, where would I want to look for a trade? We have a we have this level here, which we have this FVG here, right? So what I would prefer more is I would like to see this candle close, and I would like to see a third candle form and FVG being formed here, so that we can look for a buy once price comes to this level. Yeah, I would like to look for a sharp turn once price reaches this zone. Okay, here we can look for a sharp turn in M5, and we can aim towards this level. Okay, targeting a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 3. A 1 to 2 would be ideal. Okay, so this is what we are looking for Monday. Okay, based on how price reacts, we are going to respond. So that is all for today's trade forecast. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.